So this is morning one after the move-in, and as you can see, life is absolutely chaotic. But what I'm doing this morning is I am getting the stuff piled in sort of in fairly neat, as neat as I can make it, areas. So all this is pictures, stuff, to go on the walls, and this is now the craft area starting up. That's my silhouette. That's my good printer is going to go in there. And so that's the craft area. And I assure you that yesterday I couldn't walk in here. So this is all set up here to take some of the craft stuff. And I've got all of this to take some of the craft stuff. And here I've got 3 bookcases when I can get to them eventually. And obviously I'm going to put some more cubies on top like that. So that's area. The one that's just devastating to me is the studio. And so this is what it looks like right now. That's the spare bed. So my first goal this week is to get my this wall put up. You will remember I used to have my crates there and planks, and I want to get that set up. Now that is my whiteboard, but behind it I accidentally took the shower doors from Yvonne's from Yvonne's apartment. They took them off to help Papa, but anyway, another story. So obviously we've got boxes coming out of a gazoo's, and it's scary. And it was so cute when the guy asked me, what do we label these boxes? I said art. Isn't that too amazing? So there's a lot of heart in here right now. A lot of heart. But here's the way I'm looking at it. As devastating as it is, let's just have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say 7 threes are 21. Now 7 threes. This is another 7. 7 4 is 28. This is another 4. 7 5 is 35. And these two, this is empty underneath. So 35 and another 7, 42. 42. If you look at it, let's say it's 50 boxes in here. And, oh no, we forgot all of those. Got rather a lot down there. But let's say it's 50 boxes. And if I sort one box away, I don't mean put it in exactly the right place, but open it up. And, like for example, once I've got these shelves up here on this wall, I can put all these things away. And then I'm not going to put the bed down. I'm going to leave it like this because I've got a futon. And if ever I get somebody who really wants a bed, I'll say to them, well, we have to put it together, but you're welcome to have it. And, I might just sell it. So let's say this is 2 months' work. In 2 months, if I do sort of 1 box a day, in 2 months, this could be pretty presentable. Not good, but presentable. Whoops. Oh, that was a mirror. Good idea not to break a mirror at this stage. So, now, and a lot of these are empty. I've just put these in to be ready to take stuff. I've managed to clean up the kitchen pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. The dining room is very challenging for a lot of reasons. I managed to get that wall unit up last night in the dining room. before the guys went, I got them to help me put that together. So that will hold a lot of the prettier stuff. So I think that'll be all right. This was very challenging, but I think it's the only place it can go. And that, that has things like my serviettes and placemats and stuff like that go in there. Because they broke my table, and I'll show, I've got pictures of it for you. Because they broke my big table, we ended up making a plan B. And the plan B was to have a little conversation nook and use my 2 round tables as the centerpiece. And I actually think it'll work quite well. And the only thing that I need is I will need is some light here, which I can do. But that actually is going to be just fine, I think. I won't know until I have people visit. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us sitting here last night talking about things, and it was very comfortable. So, obviously the tables are filthy. Now, this pile here is all stuff to still go in the kitchen, I believe. So my goal is to clear this lot first. And the reason is because once this lot is cleared, then my living dining room areas will be pretty presentable. Now, do I think anybody's going to mind about the fact I got boxes over there? I don't think anybody's going to care at all. They know I'm moving. And in fact, I may move some more boxes over here, just, because I think it's a very good place to have boxes, quite honestly. The shelves are pretty strong, and it sort of keeps them all neat if I have them all the same size and everything, and it'll help keep boxes away from other places. I might even put some boxes in the center there. I could fit a couple in there, and that would be out of the way. Okay, so that is the big deal there. I put my half moon table next to the front door because I thought that was the right place for it. And what I did was I put my antique typewriter there. Cody, that's Yvonne's son, when he was about 14, he managed to nab that off a sale, a roadside sale. He was coming home from school or something, and he brought it home for me. And I love it. I always have loved it, and that's what I learned to type on, exactly that model. Well, if it wasn't exactly that model, it was very, very similar. So it just needs a really good dust, and as does the table. My biggest challenge has always been I collect boxes. So I've got a lot of work to do. And what I've decided, I'm just going to store boxes here, and then every week, or underneath here, stacked up, then every week I'm going to break them down and put them in the recycling. And this is at the moment acting as my recycling and garbage collection. I've got some books up there. I have no idea what's in there, but I'll find it. It says Notions, but that was from 20 years ago. It might not be now. And then that's it. So when you look from here, it's pretty evil. And you're going, how are you ever going to get all of this anywhere? I think I will. First of all, I've got a lot of cubies. That's going to take a lot. I've got a lot of downsizing to do of what's here. And the trick is, to just know it's possible. What I will do, quite honestly, is when I start sorting through these, I will probably have 3 cubies in front of me. And, one will be, yes, I want to keep it. This is no, I want to huck it. And the third is, I'm still not quite sure. And then I will sort them away. Now, this is the guest bathroom. At the moment, it's a storage area. And I'm going to probably use it as more of a storage area because why not? I haven't got guests and it makes a lot of sense to, it's a lot of space. I don't even have a shower curtain yet. If I did, I could cover up a lot of mess, couldn't I? Now that's the table where they broke the big ball that went underneath my beautiful living room table. So what I decided to do was actually just put a face cloth over it, so it doesn't look so nasty. And then I'm going to use it as a spare patio table for now. I've managed to get that lot back into place this morning, so that's pretty good. I've still got to put those away, but they fit on here. All right, now then, let me show you the rest. Oh, I didn't bring my keys. This is my barbecues here. That is part of my big umbrella. There's the other part. I can't put it up by myself, so I'm going to have a visitor help me. Garden shed. But when I was looking at it again this morning, if I get everything out, it actually isn't too bad. I can put a lot of these long tools up the top there. And then a lot of these tools I'm going to hang here. So bit by bit I will be able to sort those out. So that's that. I'll get the keys so I can show you in the shed. Now, I actually think they did a wonderful job in here. Obviously, I cannot see it all, but it's only 2 lots deep. And again, I've just got to come in here and just quietly work my way, like everything else. What I'm going to do is 1 box out of here a week, and then 1 box, out of the living room a week, 1 box out of the craft room a week, and just keep doing it until it's all done. I think I'm going to take these with me. These are my rolly carpets. I'm going to put them in the craft room. But as you can see, not too bad really. They did a good job. Now, that piece of paper is the bill. And that is under a great deal of contention at the moment. The final bill ended up being nearly double what I was quoted. And can you imagine if you bought a car and they said it's going to cost you $30,000, and then when you went to pick it up, they said, oh, sorry, it's now 60. So either the job was very badly estimated, or this is a not fair practice. And I'm going to say to them, I don't mind paying extra, because I understand there was more to do because I didn't finish all the packing. But that was the 1 extra person that I called for. And that cannot have cost double. So that's why I'm going to dispute it. And if they have an issue with it, I will say to them, then we need to speak to the Better Business Bureau, because that this is not right. I just wanted to tell you, can you see that this is the carpet that the pillars from the dining room used to sit on? So for 20 years they sat there, making indentations. And I thought I'd give you the tip for the day. I've got a steamer which helps, a steam cleaner. What do you call it? Carpet cleaner. That will bring up a lot of it. I'm hoping that I can get the colors roughly to meld into each other. But, just by the time you've got some steam on there and it's hot water and stuff, it'll bring it up. And the other thing is, if necessary, put a wet face cloth down and iron it, with a steam iron, and the steam will just bring up that, tufts of carpet that are pressed down like that. But this corner is going to be fine. I'm going to put one of my, what is the word, so? Lights. Yeah, my standing lights in that corner. This I'm going to put another one in here. And my goal today is to try and empty one of those big boxes. If I can get those 2 big boxes done pretty soon, I'm going to get a lot more light back in this room. Okay. Okay, so now some of the gremlins. One of the things they didn't do was to plug in my bed. And I can't find the plug. I'm going to try from that side, but last night I got down on the floor and I couldn't see it from that side. I think they probably taped it to the underneath, which means I've got to wait for a guest to help me lift that bed, because I definitely cannot lift that. That's a very heavy electric bed. Now, the challenge that I have is that by virtue of where we needed to put the furniture, we have covered just about every vent in the house. There's a vent here which is covered. There's a vent there that's covered. There is a vent here which is, I don't know if you can see that. It's half covered, so we got a bit of heat coming from there. There is a vent there that's covered, but luckily that's got air room underneath it. There is a vent here covered. There is a vent under the futon, which is fine. There is a free vent here, right next to the fireplace, of course. There is a vent under the carpet here that's covered. And there is a vent, I think. No, there's not a vent there. So I'm pushing a lot of heat and blocking it. So I don't know whether there's an answer to that. The only answer would be to lift all these things, but I'm not sure. Maybe it'll work just fine. It'll just mean that where the air can come out, it's going to come out with greater force, I think. And obviously there's a vent under the bed that's covered by the carpet. So, and I have to have the carpet under the bed after I saw the damage that it did to the flooring in my place. Never mind. We can do this, right? One step at a time. So the first thing, I'm still in dirty clothes that I put back on again to quickly do the dirty stuff this morning. I'm now going to take a shower and get clean, and then I will start again. I have no idea where it's all going, but I don't have to, right? So this is our big box of the day, and I've just opened it up, and the good news is this whole box is barbecue stuff and stuff for outside. Yay! So that's easy. That looks like it's only half full, so we like that as well. Interesting stuff. Okay, we can do this. One box, remember? And there we have it. First empty box. Really happy about that. I've got to break it down. and I do know that my box cutter is in one of these that I did not pack. So yeah, never mind. I will use a steak knife in the meantime. So that's pretty good. Oh, by the way, some things I was able to put away immediately. Some things need to go through the dishwasher first, and then some things just need to be sorted out. So what I do, this is a bit how I was doing it when I was bringing stuff every day from home. I put it all on here because I hate stuff on here. And so every time I come into the kitchen, I will automatically just put some things away, just to, start clearing it. And the next thing I know, it's all gone. When I was about to cut it all down, when I thought, that's a really good box to put garden tools that I don't want to keep outside. Things like my snowblower and my leaf blower and things like that are bulky, tall things. And I'm thinking that definitely will help contain a lot of them. So that's going to go into the shed. Now you and I have seen the shed, so it means that tomorrow, or whenever I next decide to go to the shed, I'm going to need to pull things out to be able to put this in. But I think it'll be worth it. Now, what I've been doing in the craft room, I've been doing this for all the time that I've been here. Anything that needs to go to the garage, to the shed, or to the garden shed, I just keep here. And then the next time I open the doors up for fresh air, I just pick up a box and go put it wherever it needs to go. And so that's something I will do. If it's not raining tomorrow morning, I will pull some things out of the shed, put this in, and then put the things into here. Yay. So I was just about to reposition these because I finished the one big box, when I noticed that this said living room, pillows and lamps, which means probably lamp shades. Now I thought, not too difficult to unpack, but I can see it's got a little bit more. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I can definitely unpack those. The problem is that this gets to be addictive, right? So this is now the third box. And, I keep reading it's got lamps in it, so I'm going, that can't take too long. Which is fine. But I just want to show you what else I did. So, I think that looks a lot tidier in there. At the bottom there is a air conditioner, which I don't think I will use, but I'm not throwing it away yet. But I just put all the bigger stuff in here. Let me walk away so you can see it better. And now these tools, most of them I'm going to hang on the side of the shed in my next break. So this is beginning to look a little bit better. That's all my silhouette stuff. That's the next thing I want to unpack, and to get my printer working in here. So I'm happy with that. It's now 2:25. I've got one wash that's just done. And I'm down to just 2 boxes. Not what I planned. But of course I've got a lot of stuff on my counter, which is going to drive me insane. But what I'm doing is I'm putting a lot of this into the dishwasher before I put it away anywhere. So that's why it's all here. Or some of it I'm sorting to see where I want it. So slowly, one step at a time.